Alright, so here we are, round 4. We are 2-1. I don't really count round 1 to be that big of a victory because that was just that Mezel was drawing so terribly as opposed to us playing well or drawing well. We would keep this hand, and if we win this match, we will get 6 packs of M15, and if we lose this match, we will get nothing. Have fun. So this appears to be a decent hand. A lot of castable spells with the opening 2 swamps. Well, looks like we are up against Tron again. More Sign and Bloods. Alright, so drawing lots of cards, losing lots of life. He has 5 cards in hand, and likely at least one of them is an artifact, so I would rather Sign and Blood myself than wrench his mind. Alright, so you'll have Tron active next turn, and once again we are getting pretty slow draws. No 3-drops, so I'll Sign and Blood myself again. And now I might as well wrench his mind. If I Sign and Blood myself again, I'll have to discard, so make him discard an artifact. He discards Firebolt and a land, so he did not have an artifact. But now he has Tron active, and he's playing this gain 2 life in theme land. Angren Mauler. That guy gained my last opponent a ton of additional life. I can either play a Grey Merchant and have it be a 4-point drain, or play my horror here, draw a card, and then Sign and Blood myself potentially. That worked out well. Edict my opponent, swing for 1. This game was going pretty slow, but my opponent does only have 3 cards in hand, and we have 2 Grey Merchants and a Corrupt with 5 swamps in play, 1 swamp in my hand. My opponent has no plays to make with all of his infinite mana. So maybe I'll be able to finish it before my opponent draws any relevant cards. This is a 5-point drain, putting my opponent at 9. If I attack with all my creatures and corrupt, that should be enough to win. Alright, so let's see if I play a swamp. not sure I can win here. If I attack with the Gray Merchant, I might just not attack with the Witch and then ping it to kill it. I can flash back an Edict and then swing for 3, setting myself up for the kill next turn. He has 1 card in hand, 2 Firebolts in the yard. I like attacking with the Gray Merchant and then killing his creature. If he blocks. If he doesn't block, I'll just corrupt him. That put him at 3. That meant that I should have pinged him with the Witch and cast Sign and Blood on him. So I could have won there, but I clearly misplayed that. But still, having the ability to corrupt him for 7 seems like that will be pretty good. Looks like he's cycling his Chromatic Star to draw him a card. And he might scoop here. He's going to Rolling Thunder. I don't see anything that he's... Yeah, he's got a Rolling Thunder, but the Corrupt will still win it for us. I'll just attack with the Witch and then Sign and Blood him. That way he might not know whether or not we are running Corrupt. But we already know we're running the Witch, and we already cast 2 Sign and Bloods earlier. Alright, so that is game 1. Now we have 2 shots at winning this match. And if we do, we get 6 packs of M15. Alright, so he's running Firebolts and he's running the land that returns a guy to his hand. So we will put in the Relics and Choking Sands. And I will put in the Font of Return, even though they don't have good synergy with the Relics. They do better than Wrench Mind, I think. Yeah, take out Crypt Rats and Pestilence, as I'm more looking out for his Beast and his Rolling Thunder. So I'll put in the Duress to help grab Rolling Thunder. And what else did we take out last time? We took out Witches, because they're good for devotion, but they don't do that much else in this matchup. And the only other thing I can imagine is bringing in the Stinkweed up, like I said before. But it's vulnerable to Firebolt, so I will just submit like this. I think that's just how we did last time, which didn't turn out so well for us, but oh boy. A lot of swamps. I'm going to mulligan this hand, as it doesn't do much against Tron, and I will keep this hand. has a duress, first turn duress, second turn sign of blood. Hopefully third turn I will get another swamp by then. And start playing some creatures. Let's see what he's got going on over here. Alright, lots of chromatic stuff. Only one land. So I'm either taking out one of these one-drop lands, which they're these one-drop artifacts. I'll take out the prism just because everything else in his hand is just too redundant. Hopefully I will be able to get a Stony Silence in play. Alright, so he is one Ursulan away from completing Tron. Unfortunately, I'm going to be missing my fourth land drop. But I have some removal in hand, so things aren't looking that bad, nor are they looking that great. Alright, so he is not completing Ursatron here, so that is good for us, but we have nothing to do with our mana here. I will... Oh, should I use the Oublet or should I use the Edict? If I use the Oublet now, I won't have it when he plays the Mauler. But I will have more devotion on the board for my Grey Merchants. And he's still off mana right now from being able to play the Mauler. So let's see if this comes back to bite us later. Still would like to draw swamps or another Sign in Blood to draw into more swamps. White looks like enchantment removal. Yes. That is unfortunate. And that has flashback on it, so I will probably be siding these out. Oh, this is looking terrible. If I edict him, he's just going to sacrifice the Seagate Oracle. I don't even want to play my font because he can flash this back and destroy it. I think I have to edict him here anyways, just because I want to use my mana. And if I draw another swamp, I can block with my chittering rats and then tendrils. So my opponent has Tron and the Beast in play. This game is looking poor due to not drawing lands and due to his Ray of Revelation. He gets his Seagate Oracle back, but he currently does not have any way to cast it. Alright, so now I can block with a Chittering Rat and Tendrils. So that is my plan. Now I'm not attacking with it, which tells him that I intend to block, so maybe he realizes this, and let's see if he gets some red mana and Firebolts. Block you. Plays another Seagate Oracle. And now I will kill him. Might as well bring out Gray Merchant here. Alright, he's at 12, so... But he has 4 cards in hand and Tron. And he has 1 Firebolt in the graveyard. And now he got another Fangren Mauler. Well, at least I do have 5 swamps now, so I can in fact just pure out Tendrils him. No need for any chump blocking. And I will pass the turn. Alright, so I'm at 24, which is at least a decent amount of life. And he has a bunch of Seagate Oracles. And now Maul Drifters. That is probably one of the best creatures in Pauper. It's effectively a 3-for-1. You get a 2/2 flyer and you get to draw 2 cards. This will allow me to take him off of Tron and deals 2 damage to him as well. But he still has plenty of mana as it is, but at least Rolling Thunder is not nearly as powerful when he does not have Tron. Oh, he sided in the relic as well. And he's just cycling it, which he doesn't know I have the Font of Return in hand, but ideally I'll be using that to return Gray Merchants if he kills my Gray Merchant with a Flame Slash or something. And now he Firebolts and double Firebolts to kill Gray Merchant. And he exiled one of his own Firebolts with that, so And I'm drawing more Gray Merchants. So this is pretty good. This will be a 2-point drain. Bring them at 8. I'll play another Gray Merchant next turn, which even if he kills the one in play, it will put him at 6. And then if I draw another Swamp, the Corrupt will be lethal if he gains no life in the meantime. But as we saw, he does play the land that when it comes into play gains 2 life, and he obviously plays the Fangren Mauler. So he has 4 cards in hand. 7 mana, but not Tron. You're going to cycle the Chromatic Sphere. He's cycling the Chromatic Sphere, but he's not doing it right. He's tapping his towers as opposed to his power plants. So if he draws another mine, he won't be able to get as much mana as he could. And he attacks with the Muldrifter, which is a fine play to make. And I draw Baron Moor. So let's see, I think I should play Gray Merchant, drain him down to 4, and then I will play the Baron Moor, which will allow me to cast Corrupt next turn for 5, assuming he gains no life. He brings me down to 22. He completes Urzatron, and let's see. And he loses. So unless he has counter magic, this will. Alright, that game is over, and now we have gone 3-1, and that will win 6 packs of M15. So here we are, and that is another match, another daily of Mono Black Control. I hope you enjoyed, and good day.